Hello there, and welcome to episode 17 of the How Uncivilized Podcast. A podcaster's podcast where a barrage of bustling baboons talk about Star Wars, from boy Anakin in episode 1 to boy Kylo in episode 9, and beyond. It's part 2 of our second deep dive into another supposed JJ Abrams treatment, this time of episode 9. So grab a beer, or even a whole keg, as we struggle to take this shit seriously. Honestly, you'll need a beer. Well, hello there, podcast fans and pod racing fans, and the like. Welcome to How Uncivilized, the next part of our 3, maybe 4-part special.
We'll just have to see, you know. We talked for half an hour about one page last time, so who knows what's going to happen this time.
It's anyone's bet.
Yeah.
But, this one is Act 2 of the next bit of the treatment of episode 9. So if you are tuning into this one and you're a little bit confused, well, now is the chance to pause and go listen to last week's episode. Go listen to that one, part 1, and it'll give the whole lowdown on the whole script, where we are, what we're doing. And if you're coming in even fresher than that and haven't even listened to our episode 8 treatment read-through, then go listen to that. That is before this, parts 1 to 3. Go listen.
Yeah, episodes 13 to 15, if you're looking at the episode numbers. But yeah, exactly what Spencer said, you know, back at you. That's all the info they need. So let's dive straight in. And I believe, Spencer, it's your turn to read Act 2.
Indeed, the first paragraph. Here we go. Hold on to your hats.
I have fastened my seatbelt. I'm ready to go.
Exactly. Let's tack you in. Act 2. We close in on Snoke's planet. We close in on Snoke's planet of Sacrum. We're inside a gigantic Sith temple. In the lower depths, we pass through an antiquated laboratory. Several cloning tanks with Snoke bodies float in them. We see Emperor Palpatine's withered body lying there on a stone table like a rotting animal. Wires and tubing jut out from his extremities. Oh, his extremities.
Dear.
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
Sith alchemists circle around him chanting, "Shark bait. Ooh, ha, ha, shark bait." Emperor Palpatine's cataracted eyes open. He speaks Sith incantations.
What?
Yeah, I'm so confused.
Okay. Back on Acto, which isn't Acto, stop saying that. Luke and Rey explore the ancient Knid cave paintings again. He shows her an ancient painting of her standing on a green planet, crying. Luke explains he never knew why the Force drew her to the island. He just knew this is where she had to be, and he had to wait for her. The Harbinger. Luke and Rey visit an imprisoned Kylo Ren. Luke tries to explain to him this was part of the plan they made many years ago to get captured and destroy Snoke's empire from the inside. Unfortunately, as Snoke's prisoner, he was seduced by the dark side and became the Sith monster Luke feared. Well, a brief passage to help us back into where we were. So,
I'm a little confused. What's the Harbinger?
Oh, the Harbinger. I think it's meant to be... You know what? I'm not sure what it's meant to be. Come on, let's use our favorite search engine, Bing.
Yeah, go on, Bing. Fill us in. Tell us what we need to know.
A person or thing that announces or signals the approach of another. Okay, so I was thinking of the word harbinger, which is, it's a similar word, and it essentially means she is what's bringing him to where he has to be, which is, I mean, I don't know if I like that as an explanation. Luke saying, like, well, I was on the island because I was on the island. It's a very, it's almost like a Dr. Manhattan kind of thing of like, I knew you were going to do this because it had already happened. And I knew I was going to react like this because it had already happened. It
Again,
continues
rubbing
on.
in our faces.
Yeah, with Luke's all-knowing abilities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's driving me.
Luke is just God in this. He essentially
just
knows
an
everything
omnipresent
that's going to
character.
happen. Yep. And the thing we also get is Emperor Palpatine might be back with tubes in his extremities. Good
Although
grief.
he's rotting.
Yeah.
Like a snail without a shell. He's not looking very happy, it seems.
No. I mean,
so in terms of like ranks, it seems that like Snoke is like above Palpatine in the pecking order, so to speak. If he's got Palpatine and is fiddling around with his body,
yeah,
you'd assume.
It seems that Snoke is the actual big bad, and Emperor Palpatine is just this little gremlin. He's attached,
messing around with on a stone table.
Yeah, but what is it with this trilogy? Or this new trilogy with wanting to bring Emperor Palpatine back, like
yeah, and also like the whole idea of these Sith alchemists chanting.
Yeah,
because they did that in actual episode 9, didn't they?
Yeah,
what were
they
called?
Did. The Sith Eternal. That's
yeah,
what they
that
were,
was it.
yeah.
The Sith Eternal, and I just find that hilarious.
I don't know why they need to, or they feel they need to bring back Emperor Palpatine, if that is indeed what's happening. Which it seems like it, because...
I mean, Ian McDiarmid is a great actor and does amazing things and was one of the best parts of the prequel trilogy. Him and Ewan McGregor together were just fantastic. Great parts of the prequel trilogy. But, yeah, do we really need him here? I don't think so.
When I initially watched the trailer for episode 9 and you hear, like, the Emperor's laugh... I thought we were going to get like disembodied Phantom Emperor. Like that was something I was really excited for. Like I don't want him to come back because it really undermines Darth Vader's redemption arc if Emperor Palpatine just comes back.
Yeah, he shouldn't have come back, but I do like you're saying, like in terms of like a dark side force ghost,
especially
really
because in the trailers they were revisiting the Death Star. It seemed to me like they were gonna go there and it was gonna be filled with dark side energy, and there was some kind of Sith manifestation of the Emperor like lurking there. That would be
it'd be like a big old haunted house.
Yeah, that would be cool. Oh, a haunted house sequence on the destroyed Death Star. Now that's a great idea.
That's what I'm looking for. That's what I need.
That's great.
In my life.
Yeah.
Oh well.
So another thing we learn about on this page is Luke and Kylo's terrible plan to have Kylo infiltrate Snoke's empire, which of course didn't work because...
What a stupid idea.
He's a kid. Of course it's not going to work.
Send the child in first.
He's just an...
Send the women and the children first. I'll go in last.
Me, the all-knowing God, I'll go in last.
Yeah, literally, what he's done there is he's used the tactics of a sinking ship.
Yeah.
And he thought it was going to prevail. I mean, you are literally using what happened on the Titanic as a template for destroying the Sith.
It's almost like Luke...
Send the women and children first!
Luke had custody of Kylo for the weekend, and Kylo was like, I got a great idea to like bring down Snoke from the inside. And Luke was kind of thinking, you know what? The Xbox is broken. The weather's horrible. Yeah, let's just indulge him for a little while. Yeah, buddy, let's go infiltrate the Sith.
You do this. Yeah, why not? I've got loads of other better Jedi than you. So you can just go live with Snoke.
Yeah. Another thing which is referenced in this brief section is, so we get a look at all of Snoke's cloning tanks, which is an image we also had in episode 9, which is
we did
bizarre. But then another thing we get is more of those Knid cave paintings. And I said this in episode 8, but like I'm not sure what I think about the cave paintings. It's another case of, I think it all ties into Luke's omnipotence, really, of like he knows everything that's going to happen. So like it kind of I think you said this last episode, it undermines him a bit because we're not expecting him to be in any danger because so far he just seems to know exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah, exactly. He's just going to suddenly just whip something out from his back pocket and be like, well,
yeah,
I knew that was going to happen type thing. And it just seems a little ridiculous.
Yeah, say what you will about The Last Jedi, but at least it felt like the characters were actually in peril.
Like, I know I've read this, but if I hadn't read it all the way through, I would make a bet that Luke's not going to die in this.
Yeah.
Like at this point, I'd just be like, they're really making it clear that he's not going to die. And then if he dies, it'll be so heavily subverting expectations. I think my head would just fall off.
Yeah, so far in this, I'm not expecting Luke or Leia to die, really. No. I know I've read this before, but I'm just saying, even first time I was reading this, I'm expecting them not to die. We'll find out if they do die, of course. But at this moment in time, I've got no inkling of them
same. At that point, when I was reading it first time as well, that's exactly what I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we'll just have to read on and find out who makes it out.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah. So do you want to go on with the next page?
Yeah, I will do. I shall do indeed. Deprogramming sequence. Kylo uses the Force to break free and blow himself out of the underwater pyramid prison.
Sorry, that's very immature.
We are adults. Luke and Rey are blown into the water. As Kylo steals Rey away to the beach, they encounter Darth Vader waiting for them, lightsaber ablaze in the stormy Acto waves. It is a brutal 2-on-1 battle royale between Vader, Kylo, and Rey. Vader ultimately knocks Rey out, leaving her lying in the surf. As Kylo goes to save her, Vader taunts him. Why save your enemy, love? Oh, wait, sorry, I said that wrong. Why save your enemy, love?
What voice is that?
I'm trying to do Darth Vader.
I have no idea what that is. Why
save your enemy?
It sounds more like Palpatine.
Yeah, I know, I can't do it.
It's James Earl Jones, not some weird redneck.
Yeah, I know. I was going for his tone rather than his accent. I don't know. Kind of fucked that one up. Let me try that one again. Oh, why save your enemy? Love.
That's weirdly better.
No, I'll just do it in my normal voice. Why save your enemy? Love? You are truly weak, grandson. Kylo protests, declaring his eternal loyalty to his Sith Lord grandfather. He kneels before Vader. Vader places his hand upon Kylo's subservient head. Vader says, "Someday you will burn like I burned." To Kylo's dismay, Vader lights him on fire.
Oh, God.
Kylo burns horribly, like Anakin did on Mustafar. Vader quips, "This is where your journey ends, my boy. In ashes." Your ashes. Kylo screams in agony.
Excuse me, Vader quips now?
Yeah, I know he quips. Time to cool down.
Don't get too hot-headed, kiddo.
To be fair, that would be quite funny.
Yeah.
Oh, he does quip, to be fair. He did say, "Try not to choke on your aspirations, Commander."
Yeah, but that was like pre-Rogue One quipping Darth Vader, you know? Like
yeah.
Badass, nonchalant, go through a whole army or a whole corridor of rebels, you know, Darth Vader.
And then he just slowly, rots away.
Yeah. Luke ends the Force vision, breaking the illusion. This was an ancient Jedi deprogramming technique. All three of them are still back in Kylo's jail cell. Kylo has successfully been brought back to the light. His love for Rey cured him of Snoke's poison.
Oh, shut up.
He apologizes to Luke for all the trouble he's caused. The good Ben Solo has returned. Excuse me, I'm trying to read here.
So I can't help heckling this stupid treatment. Anyway, go on.
I'm going to turn you way down. Princess Leia, still on Cloud City, feels it. That's in reference to the fact that good Ben Solo has returned. In an adjacent room, C-3PO and Siffy Xe keyboard bash share a tender moment. They agree to back each other up just in case the other doesn't make it.
Tender moment.
Each pulls a wire out of their respective chassis and they plug into each other. It can be inferred that this is the way... Oh, sorry. It can be inferred that this is the droid way of making love. Lando tells Leia the troops have arrived.
Why do we skip that so quickly? We have a droid lovemaking scene and then suddenly it's like, Lando tells Leia... No!
That's not a new paragraph. That's the same sentence.
I did wonder what like R2-D2's little like dick thing was for. Now it all makes sense. They could all have sex. What the fuck?
Now, I don't remember much from the first time I read this, but this is like the one thing which is like imprinted in my brain is that one paragraph then.
I know.
Oh, man. I was just sat there thinking like, I am going to struggle to read that if I like... Anyway, do you want to do the next paragraph?
Yeah, sure.
Do you need to calm down after that?
Ooh, just take a breather there.
Got a little steamy in here.
Yeah, got a little steamy in there too. Back on Act 2, Rey tells Luke and the gang about her time visiting the Old Republic. She says while there, she discovered a key to defeating the remaining Palpatine cult. Hopefully, if they can get to the weapon in time. Flashback to the Old Republic. Rey, Dyed, and Daphne rocket towards Alderaan. Rey explains that in her time, the entire planet of Alderaan was destroyed by the Empire, and now there is nothing left. Dyed wants to take her straight to the Air Canid Seer, the one who initially foresaw Rey's arrival. Rey suggests bypassing the planetary alarm grid using the solo maneuver, listing lazily to the left. Jumping in from light speed, they agree. As they pass the golden city of Aldera, their craft makes purchase on the Air Canid Seer's mountaintop temple of Lamphina, Quai, Key,
Lamphina Key? I don't know.
Sure, that'll do. Rey enters the temple alone and talks to the Canid, a humanoid / horse. Oh, okay. That's... Yeah, a horse-type creature. Okay. I thought it just said a humanoid / horse. But, I mean, type creature does soften the blow a bit.
Yeah,
so, what the hell?
So, that was a bonkers page. This is
the best page ever.
This is the first, like, bonkers page from this treatment. Like, the rest of it has been pretty good so far. This is where it goes off the rails. Like,
someday you will burn like I burn.
Like, one thing I will say is this whole, like, Kylo deprogramming sequence, I feel like that'll be more effective in the film, because for a moment it seems like he's actually, like, managed to escape. But then,
yeah, it does kind of.
If it wasn't
that,
written at the top of the page that it's a deprogramming sequence, it would have been like, oh, this is cool. Just the whole deprogramming sequence as a cure for, like, dark side to light side, that just seems very weird. And
it's very like what's the word? It's like safe wordy-esque.
Yeah.
You know, when I say Vader, oh, I'm back.
Oh, Luke, where have I been? I blacked out for like 20 years there.
Yeah, exactly. It's like...
Have you ever had one of those years where you forget it along with 10 others?
It's very cheap light side conversion therapy.
It's almost like they had an idea of like, oh, we want Kylo to be good by the end of this, but they forgot to, like, foreshadow in any way that he might turn good. There's a bit in it when Darth Vader, he's quipping that, like, oh, you love this Rey person?
Yeah.
And in The Last Jedi, you kind of get that there's a bit between them, but, like, we haven't had that yet in this trilogy.
No.
The only thing they've really done is they had the weird connection in episode 7, but then in episode 8, they hardly spent any time together, and the only time they did was when they were like fighting each other.
Yeah, a little bit weird. A little bit forced.
Yeah, it's weird that he's in love with his enemy, even though they've barely spent any time together. It's almost more like an obsession at this point, because it's like, come on, guys, you've spent like 5 minutes together.
Yeah.
Or at least he spent 5 minutes with her, Back off,
It's
Kylo.
mind-boggling. Yeah, it's like, what? Put your dick away, man.
And also, I feel like if there was a deprogramming sequence, like, I don't know whether this deprogramming sequence is specifically designed for Kylo Ren, or if it's like always been a thing. And if it's always been a thing, why didn't they just use it?
Yeah, why don't they use it for everyone? Why don't they use it on Snoke?
Yeah.
Deprogram Snoke.
I don't know.
Where have I been for the last 300 years?
Yep. Like, it's weird, and I don't know if I like it.
Yeah.
Kylo and Rey versus Darth Vader, that's pretty great, but...
Cool scene to watch, but doesn't really make any sense.
No. Not sure. This whole page is just a big kind of... Huh?
Yeah, it's a huge, like, question mark.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got to be honest, I did really enjoy the droid lovemaking scene. I imagine it would be...
I refuse to believe that.
Thing is, when I first started reading it, I thought it was going to be like, Team America style sex scene. Yeah. Just them like rubbing against each other or something.
Oh, that's horrible.
Need more oil. Yeah, so each pulls a wire out of their respective chassis and they plug into each other. What the fuck?
I'm fluent in over 6 million forms of communication. One of them is love.
Oh dear.
It's a weird thing of like, why is this a thing?
Yeah, like they don't need it.
This
just means like whoever invented droids at this point just was a bit of a pervert and wanted them to have a lovemaking bit.
God damn it, Anakin. What were you doing?
I was going through puberty when I made C-3PO.
Are you an angel?
Master, how do you fix electronic burns on your dick?
I mean, it's a good job but he left when he did, because poor C-3PO would never have been the same again.
Oh my word. My eyes! Why must you make me feel pain? Yeah, anyway.
Yeah. That whole paragraph,
Filthy
I just
stuff.
want to try and erase from my mind.
But I don't understand. Is it meant to be funny? Is it meant to be like an actual passionate moment? I don't understand. If
I
he's
feel
going
like
for,
there's no
comical
way you can take this scene seriously. Like, no beautiful John Williams score will ever make me think this is a beautiful moment.
Ooh, you've plugged into my CPU. Oh my word! There is just that was enjoyable. Anyway,
I mean, there's a bunch of other things on this page, like the reference to the solo maneuver from episode 7 when he like comes out of light speed right over the planet. So I guess that's a cool reference, but I'm still traumatized. Like, and I've nothing else to say.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of like it's just nullified everything else for me. It's just blinded me. I just can't focus on anything else except droid sex.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to Alderaan and they met a horse humanoid. So,
oh my word! Yeah, that was funny. Oh dear.
Like, what is happening? It says something that, like, we were so positive about Act 1 of this.
I know.
And in the
Act 2 is
space of a single page,
It's completely gone off the rails, though. I mean, at this point, it's like... Mate, I would be surprised if, like, I don't know, we had a droid Wookiee orgy. I'm so confused.
Yeah, in the space of one page, Kylo's become a goodie somehow. C-3PO has done things I never wanted to see in my life. And yeah, other things have happened, but who cares? that nothing else is important to take away from this page.
Yeah, they're just... Yeah.
Yeah.
just yeah.
I just want to move on to the next page so we can...
Yeah, let's move on to the next page.
With
this
our
has
lives.
been fun. I'll continue where I left off, I guess.
Yeah, go for it.
As Rey leaves, Dyed and Dafine ask what the Air Canid seer told her about the planet's ultimate destruction. Rey replies, he wants us to move, Alderaan. That's why I'm here. Daya and Dafine are speechless. Flashback to the present. Having heard this startling news, Luke telepathically connects with Leia. Leia reveals to him a secret Alderaan aristocracy has kept for centuries. The real Alderaan ultimately was never moved, it was simply renamed. The authentic Alderaan still exists, but its whereabouts are unknown. The actual planet the first Death Star blew up was originally named Hartik. Oh, for God's sake.
Let's keep going. Power through, Spencer. Power through. Back to the past. Rey died and Dafine. I still can't say that name. Dafine.
Just Dafine, I suppose.
Yeah. Fly to Aldera and visit Viceroy Helk Ospirius. They arrive to see the Golden Capital City overrun with Kinjin soldiers, looking for Talston Lit. Rey and company reach the Viceroy through the chaos and reveal the fate of Alderaan many years in the future. Helk gives Rey the ignition codes to a top-secret Alderaanian star destroyer hidden in the asteroid belt. He suggests attacking Sacrum with it once they are free. They tell him he and his people must devise a plan to move Alderaan now, so that in hundreds of years it will be saved. A gigantic starfighter and lightsaber battle above the misty mountains above Aldera scorches the mountaintops. Wow, that sentence makes no sense.
Wait, what?
A gigantic starfighter and lightsaber battle above the misty mountains above Aldera scorches the mountaintops.
I'm so why so many aboves?
I don't know. I'm just gonna keep going. Rey died and Dafine. Why does every paragraph start with those three names I struggle to say? Fight the Kinjin assassins. Rey duels with the Kinjin heretic general, Basilisk Tet, on the deck of his floating copper pirate in inverted commas, ship. Rey ultimately cuts Basilisk Tet's legs off. Before he dies, he tells Rey the secret to the Palpatine's everlasting dynasty. The real Emperor Palpatine died hundreds of years ago in the third fall of Pasagram. Since then, Sith alchemists have been constantly cloning and recloning him on Sacrum from surviving cells, producing hundreds of mutated clones. Most of the clones have no force sensitivity, so they were routinely discarded. One Palpatine clone that escaped went on to have children. Talston Lit was one of those children.
Rey feels she's losing touch with the past and feels the future calling her back. They find a nearby Alderaanian laboratory where she purposefully cuts herself. Rey gives a vial...
Don't do that, Rey.
I know, flipping heck. This has changed pretty quick. Rey gives a vial of her blood to Dyed, telling him to somehow use it to clone her so she can be born in the future. She continues, when she is a child, one of his descendants must drop her on Jakku. Nima.
Next page, Spencer.
Outpost. In the care of Unkar Plutt.
There we go.
Well,
slight overlap there. But yeah. What a crazy crazy.
So many flashbacks, flash forwards.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just...
Back and forth,
it's not a flashback to the present. It's a flash forward to the present.
Yeah, it's flash forward to the present, flash back to the past.
Yeah, I'm so confused.
So they're going to move Alderaan, which, correct me if I'm wrong.
What is this?
But I'm pretty sure, I mentioned this at the end of last episode, but don't they do that in the 50th anniversary special Doctor Who? Where they decide they're going to move Gallifrey? Because if you haven't watched Doctor Who, Gallifrey gets destroyed in a big war called the Time War. And the big twist in the 50th anniversary special, this whole time you thought the planet had been destroyed, but then it turns out the planet hadn't been destroyed and the Doctor was going to go looking for it, except he didn't because the show was very disappointing. Yeah, well, never mind.
C'est la vie. So it's still there, isn't it?
Yeah, it's in like its own little like time bubble, I think. It's all very confusing and I lost interest, so I can't really remember.
That was exciting to begin with.
Yeah, but
yeah, a little bit of a reference there.
Yeah, they're going to move Alderaan, but hundreds of years before it's going to be destroyed. So surely won't everyone just work out it's moved?
Yeah, you'd have thought. I mean, that's not... They're going to have to, like, Men in Black style sort of cleanse everyone's memories. I mean, what's going on?
If you just move to another planet, then everyone on that planet will just die because it is basically Alderaan.
Yeah, so what's the point?
It's the Thor Ragnarok, idea of...
Yeah.
Alderaan isn't a place, it's a people. But if you move those people to a different planet and call it Alderaan, they'll still all get killed by a giant laser.
So what does it matter anyway?
I don't really get it.
Yeah, I'm a little confused. But there we go. It's quite, trying a bit hard here, but...
There's a lot of things going on. There's a general called Basilisk Tet, which I couldn't say every time the name came up.
And also, right, Star Destroyer, Alderaanian Star Destroyer, hidden in an asteroid belt. Then...
Mm-hmm.
What? What? So a Star Destroyer's been around this whole time? I thought that was the Emperor.
I don't know. Maybe that's just the name they have for like a big ship.
Yeah, it could be, I suppose. Flipping out.
I want to go back to the sentence we couldn't understand of a gigantic starfighter and lightsaber battle above the misty mountains above Alderaan scorches the mountaintops.
Let's get into this.
What I think that means is, so you've got a gigantic starfighter.
Yeah.
That much is clear. And there's a lightsaber battle going on. So I'm guessing the gigantic starfighter is fighting other ships and stuff.
Yeah.
But then there's like a lightsaber battle. And I feel like, is that on the Misty Mountains? Because
I have no idea.
If it's scorching the mountaintops, then surely that would mean the lightsabers are like being deflected and scorching, but then also you get loads of blaster bolts and stuff which are scorching the mountaintops.
But which one is scorching the mountaintop?
Yeah. This is kind of this sentence is boggling my brain to try and work out.
It's a lot to take in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really know what to say about that. I'm just going to I'm going to let it sit there, I think. I mean, I assume it means that, yes, there's a starfighter above the mountains, like outside of Alderaan, and they're having a lightsaber battle in any one of those places, either on the gigantic starfighter, in the gigantic starfighter, on the mountaintops,
the mountains, above
in
Alderaan. Yeah.
Who knows? I mean, as far as we know, it could be across all those locations.
And I was so confused by that sentence that we've completely stepped over the fact that this bit actually reveals how Rey is left on Jakku. Basically, she's cloned in the future, popped on Jakku at Nima Outpost, and that's how...
Quite tasty.
Yeah, that's how she's so Force sensitive. It's because she is a clone of a already Force sensitive being,
also
who's just popped on Jakku.
Like, what the freaking hell, what the fuck is going on with Emperor Palpatine? Like, what? The real Emperor Palpatine died hundreds of years ago in the third fall of Pezagam. First of all, what the hell is Pezagam? Second of all,
that's a reference to something which means nothing to anyone.
Yeah, the third fall. You may have well said the 18th flag of Skunken Blue, and would still have no idea. I mean,
and it really undermines the fact that the Emperor Palpatine hasn't been real for literally hundreds of years. So it's like, what's like, I don't know.
What is the point of that? Like, the real Emperor Palpatine died hundreds of years ago, so then what are all these other Palpatines?
Yeah.
Are they not the real Palpatine? I thought it was like his essence that lived on, so it is technically him, but if it's not technically him, then why the hell's it going on? And he's making all these clones, and then he's imbuing himself into these clones. What's going on? They're throwing them away. They're just binning children, and I just don't know what's going on.
Just don't touch Emperor Palpatine. Like, his character's his own little thing. Leave him be. I don't want
let
this.
Him sit. I don't like it.
I don't want this, Spencer.
But then if it's still going on and he's cloned loads of stuff, then why is he now on Saccharum?
I don't know.
Where Snoke is. What's happened there? There's like how did Snoke get there and then put him on a stone table?
Does that mean Snoke is a malfunctioned clone of Palpatine? Like, if so, why is he so big? Or is he like his own thing? Or
oh my word. It's what happens when Palpatine has sex with an egg.
Oh gosh. The way this is going, I'm not surprised if that's going to be on the next page, you know?
And Palpatine plugged himself into an egg. This is known as Sith and egg lovemaking. Seg. Yeah. Do you want to read the end of Act 2 then?
Yeah, let's get to the end of Act 2 and try to take a breather.
Yeah.
Okay, so when she is a child, one of his descendants must drop her on Jakku, Nima outpost, in the care of Unkar Plutt. This loop must play out exactly as it has for her to end up in this exact place, so she can be the harbinger of her own creation. Or harbinger. I keep putting harbinger. Here we go.
We're getting there.
So she can be the harbinger of her own creation. Died swears that he will, saying, the Palpatines have always had their secret resurrection project. Now the Skywalkers have one too. Rey cries as she says goodbye to Died and Daphne. Daphne promises to win the war and destroy the Kinjin and the old Sith Acropolis on Acto. In a flash, Rey is transported back to Acto, inside the tomb of Talston Lit. The crashing sound of Audra's axe can be heard at the door, breaking it down to save her. Well, firstly, I pronounced Daphne right for the first time in ages.
Yeah.
Still working on Harbinger, or whatever it is.
Yeah, Harbinger's the word. But I mean, what the hell is going on? I'm
okay. So
confused.
They've set it up so Rey is going to be a clone in the future, and because the Palpatines have always had their resurrection project, the Skywalkers are going to have one too. But also, resurrection seems like a very Sith kind of thing. So I feel like not having that was probably a good look for you guys in the first place.
This is really hammering home that whole dynasty style thing of Skywalkers and Palpatines, which I kind of didn't really like.
No.
Kind of sits unwell for me that it's just two fat clans that can use the Force and everyone else is just inbred.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's how she's ended up back at Acto. So this end of this flashback sequence ends with her where we saw her at the beginning of the film. She's really sad to say goodbye to Died and Daphne, characters who she's known for
10 minutes.
Yeah, 10 minutes.
I mean, to be honest, in the film, it's probably
they did travel
minutes.
to Alderaan.
Yeah, well, okay. Let's say at a push, a couple of days.
Yeah. I mean,
she comes back and cries over. I mean, come on.
It's one of those things of I get what they're going for with it, but it kind of seems a bit unnecessary.
Yeah, it really
is. It's kind of, it's not really, I mean, yeah, she's
It's
not going to
sad,
see them
but
again,
it's not
but
crying sad.
I think I'm just still in a mood from all the droid sex. Like, I can't
Did you say
process anything.
You're in the mood for some droid sex.
No, I mean, always, yeah, sure.
Well, your computer
Won't
does have
say
a
no.
USB input, so
Very true.
Can mess around with that however you wish.
It's got 2.
Oh my!
Oh man, but yeah, this is completely crazy.
This is the weirdest act I think so far.
Yeah, this is weirder than
any of episode 8.
Any of episode 8. The entire beginning of episode 9, like we've said, was pretty solid, but this is
next
there's
level.
So many
crazy.
different things which have happened in such a short amount of time. That's what, like 3-4 pages, and
I'm starting to get the feeling that, like, if this was JJ Abrams, he wrote the first act while, like, okay, I'm giving you an idea of JJ Abrams here.
Okay,
JJ Abrams, really big alcoholic.
Oh no.
But he goes to Alcoholics Anonymous, weans himself off alcohol, bam, writes the first act.
Yeah.
It's amazing. He's done it sober. It's brilliant. Then he's like, I just don't know where to go. Don't know where to go with this. Gets really stressed. Goes out for a walk. Maybe like bumps into some people. Goes, I'm just so frustrated. Ends up coming back. But in his hand, he's got a bottle of whiskey.
Oh no.
Oh no. He cracks open the whiskey. He begins to drink. Suddenly ideas come rushing to him. What if Palpatine was born 300 years ago and Alderaan was moved? What if droids have sex?
Oh, man.
I'm just imagining that and him going, these are great ideas as he drinks through his bottle of whiskey. Wow, I'm smashing this.
It's the case of he needs someone to read it and be like, no. You need to surround yourself with people who are willing to say no to you, because otherwise stuff like this happens.
Yeah. It's kind of dangerous and kind of weird, and I don't know.
If this is real, I don't know how you could submit it with a straight face.
Yeah, yeah, if this was real, it was all kind of a bit tongue-in-cheek, a bit kind of, this is a bit funny.
Yeah.
We'll make it a bit of a funny scene here, and
yeah, but it's weird because the first act is very serious and like
I think it's well
pretty
done.
good.
Yeah.
But the second act just takes such a weird left turn to the point where it's insane.
Yeah, it's a bit. I just don't know. I have no words. I mean, once you've thrown droid sex into the mix, I am just lost. Yeah. That is. I mean, I don't know if it's because of my mind, but that's literally all I can think about. I can't even give you a lowdown on the whole thing, the whole act, as a thing. I'm just so confused. I'm gonna have to reread some of this.
Yeah,
Here we go. I mean, flipping heck.
Trying to think what's happened in this act is difficult as is, but think about there's some really significant things which have happened in this. Like Kylo is now on the side of good through a very quick deprogramming sequence. We've got Rey learning about her entire backstory, really. We've got the moving of Alderaan to another planet 2 doors down or something.
Why not?
Yeah, and it's crazy.
They've really rammed this act. I feel like this
and Leia has known the whole time.
that was a good one. I like that one. I mean, flipping heck, I don't know. They've kind of part of me is like, this must be JJ Abrams, because Act 2 was the whole of actual episode 9.
Oh yeah,
just ram-packed of random shit. That was quite the
Well,
yeah, and I suppose that's the end of Daphne, and
that might be the last we see of them.
Tolston lit. I mean, where's she now? Who knows?
Where is she now? Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
She's dead on Acto in a grave.
Yep. And that's the end of that.
That'll be the end of that. Well, do you know what? Then.
Like, it was a bit of a roller coaster ride, but I think I did enjoy it.
I'm still in a state of shock, to be honest.
I'm definitely in a state of shock. I don't know where to.
I'm not sure what to make of anything anymore. I think the only way to get over this is for us to take a quick break and end the episode there so we can regain our thoughts and get ready to hopefully stick the landing with Act 3.
Yeah, I just need to forget about droid sex for a little bit.
Yeah. I need to go.
That's all that's rolling through my mind.
Wash out my eyes.
Yeah. Yeah, better let that sink in. But thank you for listening to part 2 of our little special on this episode 9 treatment by supposedly JJ Abrams.
I only hope that you were able to make it through it. You know, if you turned off halfway through, don't blame you because
it was getting really
part
kinky.
Of me wanted to turn off halfway through as well.
Yeah, I mean, I was turned on halfway through. I mean, I guess that's the difference.
And that's why you wanted to leave, you know? You wanted some alone time.
Yeah, I need to... really need to sort that out, actually. So with that in mind, thank you for listening to the next episode of How Uncivilized. You have been great. Please, keep looking out for us for the next episode. It will be coming soon.
Soon.
Yeah, thank you. Oh, check out our playthrough too. It's a good one.
Oh yeah, that thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that little thing. Just check it out. You know, I'd almost forgotten it was a thing. You know.
It just sort of appears and it comes and goes as it pleases. But yes, tune into that. It's just on our channel on YouTube. We just play through Lego Star Wars. It's great fun. And until the next time, goodbye there.
Goodbye there. Thanks for listening to episode 17 of the How Uncivilized podcast. If you've come this far with us on our Maybe JJ's episode 8 and 9 treatments, then look out for the final part of this epic saga coming soon. While you're waiting, check out our playthrough on YouTube. You never know, you might just enjoy it.
You lovely podcasters can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud, and Reddit. How Uncivilized was created, produced, and edited by Charlie Feasby and Spencer Lauren.